Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, and I'd like to go over my experience on my brand new acquired Flashpoint Xplor 600, commonly referred to also as the Godox AD600. I took advantage of the Black Friday special, got it for $200 off, and I couldn't pass up this deal. I've used it one time before in a portrait session, minimal use, and I was pretty happy with it. But now that I've got to go on my own shoot and really test it out, I am 100% more than satisfied with this purchase. I used to use the Godox TT685s and the V860 speed lights, which I still use for on-camera and fill flash. But then I upgraded to the Godox AD200, and this sucker packs a pretty good punch where you can do quite dramatic looks in daytime, overpowering the sun if you get it semi-close to your subject. But this AD600, that's a whole new ball game. The battery power is amazing. It's got a modeling lamp that you can use in darker situations with 3 different levels on it. I'm actually using it on high power modeling lamp with a 7-inch reflector coming into the side. I have 2 small newer LEDs and this one coming down from above. So you'll be able to judge somewhat from the side light coming in how that modeling lamp is. After an entire session that lasted maybe 2 hours, we did an outdoor session and an indoor studio session, and I did testing with it maybe for 20 minutes prior before that, and it still says full power on the battery even with the modeling light going. So I used this in a 36-inch octabox, and with the sun starting to go down for our outdoor session, I put it on full power, only a few times, but even then I put it 10, 11 feet away from my subject to keep it well out of the frame, just to add a nice spread of light. But if I brought it any closer, half that distance, 3 and 4 feet away, if I could have kept it out of the frame, I probably could have shot quarter power, 16th power, maybe even 1/32, depending on the look I'm going for. But I shoot a lot of high-speed sync, and with the sun going down, I was really trying to darken it down and get an extra dramatic effect. So I'm shooting shutter speeds around 1/6400th, 1/8000th, 1/3200th, so it's going to require a lot of light to come out of that thing. What I use to power this flash is the Godox, I believe it's the X Pro trigger, S of course for Sony. And I coupled this with the Sony A7iii, my all-time favorite camera I've ever used to date, and the Sony 85mm f1.8. Super shallow depth of field, super sharp, super fast focusing, and with this combo, you pretty much just can't beat it. And for the Maternity session, I was super thrilled with it. So with the flash for my indoor session in the studio, I dropped it down to 1/28th power to get it close to my subject for some soft light. Then when I backed it away, I turned it up a little bit more, but I was able to dial in those lower powers, get it close to my subject, stop the fall off on the background, and still have super fast recycle times to catch the shot that I wanted. Now, I don't remember all the specs by heart on the flash over here, but I believe you get somewhere around 500 full power flashes on one battery, which is more than enough for what I usually shoot. For large events or mass scale headshots or portraits where you got grip and grins or just one after another coming in, a second battery I'm sure would be enough to last you all day long. The light itself I think weighs around 5 pounds, but putting in this on one of my heavier ProMaster stands with sandbags on the bottom and the 36-inch Octa, I didn't have any problems with the wind blowing it over during my shoot. It was pretty easy to just close the legs, put it over my shoulder and carry it with my camera hanging around a strap. And so I left me one hand free to pull my wagon with my other gear behind. I always take extra lenses, extra stands, extra flashes just in case anything goes wrong. And flash in one hand, camera around my neck, pulling my wagon with my right hand. I was pretty mobile and didn't have any problems or any complaints. The LED panel on the side is also very easy to read, very easy to control, very easy to understand. And I don't think anybody would have any problems with it. I didn't have to go into the manual at all. Just powering it on, it's pretty self-explanatory going through some of the options that you have. The version that I purchased came in its own Flashpoint box, and it came with a 7-inch reflector dish, which I have on right now with the modeling lamp. So I guess that's enough with me boring you. Let's go ahead and cut to some of the footage that I took with the 85 during the Maternity session, and I'll show you the photos that I captured in there. Some will be natural light, and some will be dramatic effect with the AD600, and you can see the difference that it makes in these photos. So stay tuned, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Please, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll be happy to get back to you.